Well, today I want to talk about something that we talked a lot about 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden nobody's really talking much about it anymore. And that would be Pluto in Aquarius. All right. So, Pluto entered Aquarius in 2024, and it is going to be there until 2044. Pluto is a transitional planet that is on the very long outskirts of our solar system. And therefore, it moves very slowly in our eyes. So that's why it stays for so long in one zodiac sign. So Pluto exposes what is no longer authentic. Pluto wants to strip away ego structures until what's only real remains. And so I was thinking about what that might look like in a different light. But I also want to incorporate a little Leo energy with this because Leos and Aquariuses are life path eights. So this reading is going to be for life path eights for a Leo or Aquarius, wherever you have these are the strongest in your chart, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or North Node. So Aquarius and Leo are direct opposites of each other on the wheel of life. And so you got a summer baby and you got a winter baby. You know, Leo's your summer baby and Aquarius is your winter babies. Um, Aquarius is the stars and Leo is the sun. Their energy is highly supportive to each other to keep each other balanced. Okay. I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles, keeping ourselves balanced. You know, Leo energy is more about themselves. I'm a Leo. Okay, don't get me wrong. Um, More so than maybe the whole humanity. Like an Aquarius would be one that would be more of an activist, perhaps, considering everybody's well-being, where a Leo might be tend to be looking out for themselves first, and then they can look out for other people too. I'm not saying that they're selfish, but that's just kind of like the energies between the difference between the two, and that's how they keep each other balanced. So a Leo might say, well, who am I? You know, who am I? And an Aquarius would say, well, who are we? And Leos might say, you know, I'm really important. And Aquarius would say, well, we're all important, you know? Um, no offense. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being rude when I mention that, but I was just you know, because I said I have Leo, so in my chart, this goes from saying who is the king to how does the community share power? Okay. Now, there's another interesting thing going on in Aquarius energy right now. And depending on whether you listen to tropical or Vedic astrology, I'm a tropical reader. And the age of Aquarius started as well. Now, this is a 2,000-year cycle, and this is a much bigger, long lasting, this wants to change an era. You know, a complete, I'm seeing it as a polar shift. Basically, uh, a lot of focus on humanity is so much supported right now with our Aquariuses. Our Aquariuses are super, super important. Aquariuses want to know how we can improve humanity. They want to know what systems need to be changed. They want to know how technology can help. They want to know how it can help connect us together better. They want to, Aquariuses believe that every voice matters. I'm seeing a fist raised and a t-shirt. Somebody might have a t-shirt, I'm seeing a white t-shirt with a black fist, and they got a fist raised up and some sort of activism. That's coming in right now because I'm seeing rebellion, because Aquariuses are known to be quite rebellious as well. And they can detach for their own sake. They can kind of like just aloof off as well. If they get in their shadows. So technology could replace genuine human connection with an Aquarius because Aquariuses have the higher mind. They're air signs. They rule the weather, you know, they rule the skies, the stars. So with the Leo energies, the Leos are like they want to know what gifts they have, how they can shine, how they can lead from the heart. Um, and being recognized is important for a Leo. They seek validation, and that could become a shadow side aspect of it. They could become attached to recognition. Leos are our natural actors and so forth. They have to take a lot of great pride in being seen and being on stage. So, but we're talking about how Leo and Aquarius can support each other and keep each other balanced out, you know? And so let's ask, how can Leo keep Aquarius balanced out? How can Leo keep Aquarius balanced out? All right, we got the color peak coming out, and I knew this was going to be beautiful. The Nine of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. Nine of Ariel. This is the pre-Empress energy, the Nine of Pentacles. How can Leo help Aquarius? Leo can help Aquarius fulfill their dreams through hard work and having a love for beautiful things. That's financial prosperity. So Leo shines and Aquarius is the wish fulfillment. So dreams are fulfilled. Interesting. What power has Leo been giving away? What power has Leo been giving away? The moon. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Archangel Hanuel, the number 18, and the moon. This is Cancerian energy. So you could be giving your power away to a Cancerian, or you're giving your power away by not planning properly. You're giving your power away by not seeking guidance, or by letting fear replace your faith. Okay. What must Leo, what identity has Leo outgrown? What identity has Leo outgrown? What identity has Leo outgrown? Thank you. Epiphany, Archangel Raziel, number 9. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Okay, so you have an epiphany that you have outgrown some things. You've outgrown spiritually. Okay, you've spiritually outgrown people around you. You have. What must die so something stronger can be reborn for Leo? What must die so something stronger can be born? All right, the emperor's going to die. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. What must die so something stronger can be reborn? The emperor is a leader. That is Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. But wow. Okay, so this would mean playing small, Leo. The emperor is sitting on a throne and they rule the kingdom. So you're going to have to let something go so that you can be reborn into this emperor. What needs to be let go? That didn't really make sense to me. It's really interesting whenever you're working with angel cards because there's a real temptation to look at the shadow side of things and not find the silver lining in it, and it's very challenging. They're pulling me to stay with the silver lining. We have something about your home, a marriage, a celebration, and we have something about what you're building at this time. We have the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. No, the Three of Cups. What must die so something stronger can be reborn? A reason to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So some of your friends' relationships need to go away because you've outgrown them. So you can make new friends. Some of you guys need to move. Time for celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. It's time for you to release yourself from burdensome situations. Something there needs to die. These burdens need to die. We've outgrown some friends groups. We've spiritually outgrown others around us, Leos. Okay? And how have you been giving your power away? You've been giving your power away by being in fear and uncertainty. The moon. Face your fears. Now, let's put these back in and let's talk to Aquarius. Okay. Pluto exposes what is no longer authentic. It strips away the ego structures, so only what's real remains. So, Aquarius, how do we improve humanity is what your questions are. How do we improve humanity, Aquarius? Decisions. Archangel Jophiel, number 15. Release yourself from that which holds you back. There's a need for you to detox, and there's unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So you got to let the bird out of the cage. You can improve humanity by making a different choice. So whatever's holding you back, and there's also a need to detox, they're saying. Okay? That's how you can help improve humanity. All right. How can Aquarius balance out Leo? Page of Michael, truthful, perspective, analytical, and blunt. Aquarius, you're just going to tell Leo the truth. Sometimes it sucks. The truth hurts sometimes, but it's an exciting challenge and you have what it takes to succeed. Review your contracts and documents very thoroughly. So, there is a sense of slowing down, using, truthful, perspective, analytical, and blunt with this Leo. Sometimes you got to tell it like it is. I'm hearing that song by heart. Tell it like it is. Yeah, baby. They're going to tell you like it is. All right. What is it that um, needs to change? What systems need to change for Aquarius's? Aquarius, what systems need to be changed? Three of Michael, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So, what needs to change is you need to release the past, Aquarius. Okay. Your next question is, how can technology connect people? How can technology connect people? Eight of Michael. You've got a lot of air. This is so cool for Aquarius. These are all swords. You can be free. Make courageous choices to change your situation and you're not seeing things clearly. Okay. How can we connect? How can technology connect people? Eight of Michael. I think this is the is it the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Cups? I don't know. I think it's swords. It's blue. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. So technology, they're saying you can be free from technology. That's how can technology connect people? All right, thank you. Divine guidance, the search for meaning of life, consider an alternative approach, surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Thank you. Yeah, there's a teaching tool here. The how the technology can connect us by allowing us to connect with each other and learn, like online schools. And I'm seeing that online classes. Okay. There is an opportunity out there for some of us because the times have changed, technology's changed. We can do a lot more from our desks here than having to go out and like deliver the mail. I'm seeing a delivery mail. Like now we send emails. Um, I'm seeing bank officers and tellers, now we bank online. Things like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Nine of Michael, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome and desire. Release your feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So more blue, Aquarius. So you got the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and then the Page of Michael, which is of truth and blunt message to the Leo. But this is your energy for the next 20 years, and I'm concerned. You have divine guidance here. They're saying consider a different approach. You need to surround yourself with wise teachers and friends at this time. We talked about with the Leos, they needed to get new friends groups, right? Right. What power have you given away, Aquarius? What power have you given away? More blue. The Six of Michael and the light. It's the light of the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. Relocation or travel. How have you been giving your power away? So this comes after the Five of Swords. This is the Six of Swords that's leading you to calmer waters, right? So I'm hearing you got to stand up and fight for the truth. How have you been giving your power away? What identity have you outgrown? What identity have you outgrown? I'm hearing a runner and a chaser story in a way with that Six of Pentacles. How have you been giving your power away? And then it's like isolation, pulling yourself away from others, pulling yourself away from self-sabotage, pulling yourself away from narcissists. You've got solutions. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energies. So there's this real strong sense, Aquarius, that you need to have some more self-control and patience here because you're in your head. And it's telling me that some of you guys need to make a decision and you haven't made it. These birds, so there's a lot of birds flying around, but the bird in the cage is not is stuck, not spreading its wings and flying. You're not where you're wanting to be at this time. Pluto exposes what is no longer authentic. That's why you're going through all of this. Pluto exposes what is no longer authentic. That's why you're going through all of this. Pluto strips away the ego structures. That's why you're going through all of this. So that the only truth remains is your true authentic self. What must die so something stronger can be reborn? Can I get another one? Strength card. There's a Leo. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiving. They need you to step out of rebellion and ask for help. Be careful about isolating yourself, detaching for your own sake. This is resisting temptation. This is that Leo energy. They're here to support you. So there's a lot of fear showing up in your reading as well. So you and Leo can help support each other when you're going through these changes. So this is an interesting week. Leo has got Jupiter in its wheelhouse right now, and Cancer in the new moon. We have a new moon coming up in a few days, and now's a good time to plant some seeds, okay? I've got some notes here from yesterday. I just started doing some research. There's an astrologer called Andre Barbeau, and he predicted some catastrophic events to happen in 2020, and it happened. We know what that was. That was the pandemic. He predicted I think the Berlin Wall coming down years before it ever happened. So he's pretty accurate, but there's something that's going around the internet now called the Barbalt's basket, the crescendo of a reflowering. It's a relaunch of civilization. And so with Pluto being in Aquarius, Jupiter is expanding in Leo, and Cancer new moon. This is saying, what is the most luminous future your heart can gain or hold? What is the most luminous future your heart can hold? And plant those seeds now. This week is the week that Andre Barbeau, the astrologer, predicted the astrological alignments where they are right now for the relaunch of a new civilization. Well, I said all that just to say this, we're in a very important time on the planet right now. And if you're an Aquarius, I really feel your mind needs peace. I feel a sense of a frustration coming from your energy. And I want you to not be discouraged. I want you to imagine your most luminous future and plant those seeds now. So, with that said, I think I'll go. I think I'll close. I'm getting pretty hungry. So, check out Andre Barbeau if you're interested in the astrologer and his predictions. And I'm going to go ahead and get something to eat. I'm not feeling really good all of a sudden. So, I'll talk to you guys later.